I've mentioned before that one technique or method of praying the scriptures is to identify with one or more persons in a particular story. You try to imagine what he or she may have experienced. And we need to use our power of imagination to see, to smell, to taste what's going on. And then when we get through that exercise, reflect on, well, how might that speak something to me, especially in my relationship with the Lord? Let's try that method with the story we just heard from John's Gospel about the multiplication of the loaves and fish. We could be Jesus, who feeds them, or Philip, who's being tested, or Andrew, who has some imagination, or maybe just an anonymous member of the crowd who's fed. But this afternoon, let's be the young boy who has the loaves and the fish. Maybe I'm 11 or 12. I'm part of a crowd that's been following Jesus. Not so much because I listen to what he's saying, but I like what he's doing, the miracles that he's working, and the crowds that are with him, how he heals the sick. But it's getting late, and I'm too far to go home, and I'm beginning to feel very hungry. But unlike most in the crowd, I brought something with me. I have 5 loaves and 2 fish. I'm grateful that my mother baked the bread in the morning and gave it to me and for some of the friends that I'm with. But this man named Andrew came up to me and asked me what I might have in the way of food. I was really afraid to talk to him, afraid that he might take my food. I wanted to guard it so that I could feed myself. But after a bit, I thought about it, and I went up to Andrew and told him what I had. And he then went and told Jesus. And then Jesus asked me to give over the food that I had. I hear Jesus blessing the food and giving thanks to God for it, and then he distributes it. And I can't believe it, but my loaves and fish are feeding thousands of people. How did that happen? What's going on? I'm just amazed. And I look at Jesus and say, who is this person? In reflecting on the prayer, we can pose the same question. What just happened? I think the main thing that happens is that the boy had enough courage to give all that he had over to Jesus. Maybe that's what we are called to do in our own lives. Alone in life, alone in a big crowd of people, we might tend to isolate ourselves and think that I need to take care of myself first. Or I may not see any way out of the situation that I'm in. What the gospel tells us is that you're never alone. There are other people and always the Christ who is looking out for us. But the key is to hand what we have over to the Lord. He will do the rest. Maybe not in the way that we think it should be done, but he would give us the strength, the courage, the hope, the faith to get through whatever life situation we're in right now. We need to take a chance, just like the boy did in the gospel, and lay it all at the feet of the Lord.